When the Barcelona GSE was born in 2006, expectations were very high, and it is a pleasure to see how year after year those expectations have been met and have been even surpassed in the face of very tough economic conditions.
Now you have a whole year in which you can study, you can read, you can write essays, you can discuss. So please take this opportunity and use it well.
Let me suggest you to take, on the meanwhile, full advantage of the choice, and at least in three aspects: the new academic experience, the new colleagues you will meet, and the new country you will live in. I don't guarantee you will like it all, but I'm quite sure this will change you, and if it's for good, then you will have done already half of the job.
It's always important to learn from other institutions that had based precisely on the principle of excellence of research and graduate education. New York University has been for a while, and in particular the business school, and a major person in making this possible has been Professor Cooley, was the dean. So it's a pleasure to have him here.
Many countries throughout history have benefited from immigration. But the key thing is to understand, it seems to me, what exactly is the role of population growth and demographics in understanding how the world is evolving. This is a plot of what's called the dependency ratio. So as the dependency ratio rises, that means that the population is supporting a larger number of people who are unable or are less likely to be working. We get to that in two parts. One is declining fertility. You can see that in many of these countries it declined early and has continued to decline. The other part is life expectancy. At the same time that fertility is declining, people are living longer. And so now I want to show you some pictures of what I call the cohort structure of the population. And that's going to turn out to be critical to the research that I'm doing. It shows you that by 2040, the age distribution, the cohort distribution of the world's population is going to have shifted. We'll have flattened out and have a much longer right tail, meaning simply that there are very many older people in the world by 2040. These three things add up to a significant drag on economic growth. The demographic deficit is potentially a very significant headwind for the world's economies, and it's a very important factor in the economies of Japan and Italy in particular. So my preliminary estimates for Japan suggest that by 2050, the demographic deficit for Japan is going to be over 2%, minus 2.2%. Now this is an issue. This is a problem because demographics are baked in. So we're not going to change the demographics as an act of public policy. So what do you do? There are things you can do. Policy options include encouraging immigration. You can increase female labor force participation, something the US did a lot over a couple of decades. You can change retirement and pension policies to encourage labor force participation later in life to take advantage of improved morbidity, that is, improved healthiness of older workers. But the set of policy options for addressing demographic problems are really different from the ones that we normally think of. But they're no less important, particularly when you're facing significant headwinds from something that's kind of baked into the economy by individual behavior.
Thanks to an open aptitude and commitment with knowledge, Catalonia has become a knowledge hub in the south of Europe. Nowadays, the state of a nation is no more than no less than the function of what its people create. Like the Scottish physicist James Dewar said about 100 years ago, more or less, minds are like parachutes. They only work when they are open. So open it. Thank you very much.